Well, it's Monday here on the podcast, and that means it is time for another mantra. A mantra is kind of like a truth, but it is an empowering statement. And I always share these on Monday because Monday is when you have a fresh slate. It's when you have a new start, and we're kind of not into the nitty-gritty of the issues and the struggles that we are probably going to be facing to some extent each week. And so these mantras really are something that I hope you come back to throughout the week when life gets a little messy, when some of these obstacles and struggles, when you start uncovering some of them, these unexpected plans, are these unexpected details that end up happening that we don't plan. These mantras always do such a great job of, again, taking you out of the back seat where life happens to you and putting you into the driver's seat where, again, in any situation, the one thing you can always control is your mindset. It is the way you think about something. It's the way you observe something. It's the story you tell yourself about any reality, any circumstance, anything that is happening to you. So these mantras help you do that in a more positive, empowering, and impactful and intentional way. So let's jump into today's mantra.
Well, hey there, I am Jennifer Roskamp, a certified life coach and homeschool mom of 9 who is passionate about helping women just like you embrace the here and now while also being focused on creating the life you actually want. As a midlife mom in her 40s, about to be a mom in my 50s, I've realized that it's so easy to lose yourself in caring for your family, your home, and all the things. Until one day you realize you're not even sure who you are anymore or what you even want in life. So on this podcast, we're going to work on managing yourself well so that you can manage all of the other things and people well too. So let's dive into what it means to manage your home, your time, your family, and yourself well. This is the Intentional Midlife Mom podcast.
So today's mantra, one of the things that I offer, I do coaching in all different ways, shapes, and forms. I have coaching programs, I have coaching communities, group coaching, I have individual coaching, I have coaching via Zoom sessions, I have coaching via daily texts, back and forth, all different sorts of things. And one of the coaching options that I have is weekly VIP emails. And these get sent out on the weekend, and they include a variety of things: planning along with me, planning the week, meal planning, also a focus for the week, empowering things, a couple of things to focus on during the week. Again, small things we can focus on that help move the needle in the right direction. But one of the things they also include is a mantra, a specific mantra for these VIP email clients every week. And so the mantra I'm sharing with you today is actually the one that I shared with my VIP clients over the weekend. And I think it's so beneficial to share here because it's just it's that time of year where this is one that you'll probably need this time of the year, being the holidays, when again, we've got a lot going on. A lot of times we're in a lot of different social settings, a lot of different social gatherings, family gatherings, that sort of thing. And so sometimes it can get a little bit blurry in terms of what we can control and what we can't. And so the mantra I have for you is this: what is mine to own in this situation and what is not? Again, let me repeat that. What is mine to own in this situation and what is not? Because a lot of times, again, we try to take ownership of things that are not ours to take ownership of. We allow others, a lot of times what others should be taking responsibility for whatever reason, especially as women, we almost take responsibility for things that we shouldn't. That's kind of what I mean by ownership. Again, we tend to take blame when we shouldn't take blame. We tend to take responsibility when we shouldn't take responsibility. There's plenty of things that you should take responsibility and ownership for, but it's not ever going to be the thoughts, the actions, the words, the responses, the actions, the inactions of someone else. Those are their things to take responsibility and ownership of. But again, those lines can get really blurry, especially during the time of the year where everything's kind of in a pressure cooker already. I don't know if it just feels that way to me, but I know it feels that way to a lot of my coaching clients as well. December is just a different kind of situation. So it's important, though, to know what is mine to own in the situation so that, again, we can be protected, so that we can protect ourselves from trying to take ownership of things that are not ours, things that are not our responsibility. But the other side of the coin in this mantra is that we should be taking ownership of what is ours to take ownership of in any situation. And the good thing about this is that means when we take ownership of ourselves in every situation, because yes, you can take ownership of yourself, and you should in every situation, in every circumstance, in every reality, there is always one thing that you can take ownership of. And that is how you perceive the situation, how you perceive the reality, how you perceive the circumstance. And you can take even the most challenging, devastating of circumstances and realities, and they're still going to be devastating, right? When we change how we think about them, we change how we define them, we change how we interpret them, we change how we receive them. When we make the choice to receive them in a powerful way versus powerless way, when we choose to feel, when we choose to see the hope in a situation rather than the hopelessness, it doesn't change the external circumstances of that situation or reality, even though we wish that it would. But again, when you are changing your experience with a situation, when you are changing the story you are telling yourself about the situation, when again, you are changing how you interpret or receive or define a situation or a reality, you can then change your experience with it. Meaning, you can take any situation that feels 100% negative and take some of that negative off by changing how you perceive it. So again, we're in that time of year where life is just a little bit more challenging. And so what is mine to own in this situation and what is not? How am I choosing to respond to this situation, to receive this situation based on what is mine to take ownership of? And what am I not going to take on my shoulders? It's a real important time of the year to always be asking ourselves, what is mine in this situation and what is not? Because that changes it changes the weightiness, weighty, weightiness of many of these complex situations that seem to be so prevalent in December. And it just takes them down a notch or two, which is really helpful. Again, there's much about every situation, every time of the year, but especially this time of the year that we can't change. But we can change ourselves in how we perceive and receive situations. So, what is mine to own in this situation and what is not? That is the mantra I had for you this week. So, as always, I hope you make it an amazing week until we talk again.